2.8, graphing linear and absolute value inequalities. When you see the word inequality, this is when we're going to start shading the graph. Okay, so you're going to shade the graph. Now, what do I mean by shade the graph? Okay, there's a couple things that we need to write down that are really important. First thing, if you have y is greater than or less than, you are going to graph a dotted line. If you have y is greater than or equal to or less than or equal to, you will graph a solid line. So that's first. Then the next thing we have to know about inequalities, if y is greater than or equal to, you're going to shade above the line. If y is less than or equal to, you will shade below the line. Some equations we have are going to be absolute values, some will be lines. So it just kind of depends. That's why it says linear and absolute value equation. So let's start with 1a. Sorry that it's kind of up here. So I'm going to bring it down. So the problem here with 1a, right here in blue, is that it's not in slope-intercept form. Y equals mx plus b, right? Y equals mx plus b. So we have to get it in that form. So first I'm going to subtract the 3x from both sides. A half y is less than negative 3x plus 2. Now to get the half on the other side, I'm going to multiply it by its reciprocal, which is 2. That cancels. So y is less than, now I'm going to distribute the 2 to everything, negative 6x plus 4. So I'm going to graph this. Go 4, up 6, that gets me to 10 over 1. And then down 6, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 over 1. So there's the dots that I need to connect, but I need to look at my inequality and see what characteristics it is. Okay, so there's no equal to sign, so I'm going to have a dotted line. And it's y is less than, so I'm going to shade below the line. So here it goes. I have a dotted line. You literally make it dotted. And below the line. Okay, so if you're confused where below or above the line is, sometimes you can see it really clearly, sometimes you can't. This one, you may not be able to see it very clearly. So if I pick the point 0, 0, if I pick this point right here, 0, 0, I can plug it in my equation and see if it's true. So I'm going to pick that point 0, 0. 0 is less than, this gets you 0 plus 4. Okay, is 0 less than 4? Yes, that's true. So since it's true, you shade the true area. So that is below the line. So that's our answer for 1A. Let's look at 1B. Okay, so I'm going to add the x to both sides. So I have 2y is greater than x plus 4. I'm going to divide by 2. So when you divide by 2, it has to go to the x, which has a 1 right there in front. So let me erase this a little bit. Okay. So here we go. We have y is greater than 1/2 x plus 4 divided by 2 is 2. Okay, so let's graph that. We're right here at 2. Your slope is up 1 over 2, up 1 over 2, down 1 over 2, down 1 over 2. So y is, when we look at our sign, right? Y is greater than. So we're going to have, again, a dotted line. But this time we're going to shade above the line. So here's my dotted line. Now shade above the line is a little bit easier to see here. This is above the line. That's my answer. Okay, let's go to graphing absolute values, right? So remember, absolute values, we have y equals x minus h plus k, where our starting point is hk. So for 3a, h, there's nothing inside, is 0. K is 3. My starting point here is 0, 3. Because it's an absolute value, my graph will look like a V. So if I started 0, 3, it's right here. Now that 2, that acts as our slope. That 2 acts as our slope. Okay, so we're going to go up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Now because it's a V, if I do it on the right, I have to do it on the left. Oops, let me erase that. Up 2 over 1, up 2 over 1. Remember, I have to create the V, not a line. Okay, so let's look at my inequality now. Less than or equal to, so that's a solid line. And y is less than, so it's below the line. So we have a solid V. And y is less than, so you want to shade below the V, which is down here. Okay, let's look at number 7. Y minus 6 is less than the absolute value of x. Well, y has to be by itself. So I'm going to add 6 to both sides. My equation is y is less than the absolute value of x plus 6. So my h is 0, my k is 6. So my starting point is 0, 6. 0, 6 all the way up here. My slope, I don't have any numbers on the outside, so it's just up 1, or my v is just up 1 over 1. Let's talk about our dotted line, or our solid line. Y is less than, so it's going to be dotted. And y is less than, so you're going to shade below. Okay, so dot this line. Y is less than, so you shade below. Okay, let's keep going. Oh, that's it for that lesson. Yay! Okay, now complete your homework.